Welcome back. I know I wasn't here last week. I know you all missed me. I'm sure I heard Ronnie did an excellent job last week, right? Give it up for Ronnie, having done an excellent job, making sure we had a great meeting. Always love that I can step out of the pocket for a moment and know that it only gets better. So what do y'all think? Is it getting better? Let me hear what's getting better for you. Come on, somebody tell me what's getting better. How's things working? Come on, share. I'm not going to do this myself. And by the way, if you're the one staring at me like, oh my God, I hope he doesn't call on me, I'm calling on you today. Okay, go ahead.
I've had my best year ever. I should have 4 closings this month.
That a boy. That a guy. And what's working? Like, why is that happening for you, Marcus? So just one of the 2 parts of what it takes to succeed is work harder than everyone else and never quit. That one I would write down. Work harder than everybody else. Are you working as hard as you possibly can? I wonder if that's true for everyone in this room. I wonder if that's true when you look in the mirror. Am I working as hard as I can? Marcus is saying right here, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, you probably do. Marcus also saves lives on the side. Palm Beach County firefighter out there literally saving people's lives and working harder than everybody else so that he can have his best year. See, that's somebody who really wants it. Like, how bad do you want it? Right now, scale of 1 to 10. 10 is I want it like it's the most important thing in my life. 1 is I don't really care and I should go be a yoga teacher. Write down your number right now. Okay. And so whatever that number is, if it's an 8 or higher, put your hand up. Okay. Does your effort match that? Because if you just say you want it, but you don't actually do what you're supposed to do, you're just full of shit. You are literally lying to yourself. Come on, 8 or 10, I want it. Let me see, hand up. Okay, write the next number down. My effort level between 0 and 10, 1 and 10. 10 is I'm working as hard as I possibly can. I'm sacrificing. I'm compromising other areas. I'm giving everything I have. 10. 1 is I'm full of shit completely. And where are you at? 8 or better. Come on, 8 or better. Okay. Okay, good. Because that's what it's going to take. That is what it's going to take. Work harder than everyone else. Write that down. Work harder than everyone else. This is a simple business. Ready? Work harder than everyone else and never quit. Now, quitting looks like, I just, this business is too hard for me today. Right? Like you can quit in the moment. You can quit in the day. Like, don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stop when you're done. Stop when the job is done. If the job isn't done, you don't stop. Many of you here are relatively new to the business. I'm here for less than a year. Come on, put your hand up. Less than a year. Put your hand up all the way up so I can see them. I can't keep looking. Yeah, okay. So because you're here less than a year, or if you've been in the business but you're here now, welcome to the real party. You have to work harder than everyone else right now. Like you have to move a fucking mountain right now. Once you get into it, it gets easier. But in the beginning, you got to move the mountain. Was everyone here when Nikki told her story of what it looked like for her to get started? She shed some tears back there, right? Some of you did too. Will you do that? Will you push yourself all the way that way? Will you put yourself on the brink of holy fucking shit? And I'm so glad, my man, you started with this today. This was not planned, but it's always going to be about, am I working harder than everybody else? I want you to wake up every single morning and ask yourself, am I going to put in more effort than everyone else? Or am I going to allow the distractions and my lack of discipline to get in my way today? To get in my way again today? Because what you want, of course, is right there available to you. You guys do know that, right? That what you want's available. Everybody knows that. What I want is available to me. Ready? Repeat after me. What I want is available to me. See, when you know that that's true, then you don't have to question it. Anybody still questioning? Yeah, I know you are. I know you are. The reason I know you are is a lack of commitment. It's a lack of effort. When you question, it's like, well, why would I make the effort if it's not going to work anyway? I'm not sure I even believe it yet. Because it's hard. It's hard to get up and do everything you can in one day and not have much to show for it and then have to go do it again the next day. That's hard. Did you have days like that, Marcus? Where you were like, man, can I make this happen? Like you know who you are as a person, but were there days where you're like, fuck, I worked as hard as I could today and I don't have anything to show for it, at least that I can like feel that's tangible. And then what? Get up and do it again the next day. Get up and do it again the next day. Because the power of continuous deposit in the direction of what you want, if you don't quit, the reality is undeniable. Those outcomes will become undeniably yours as long as you don't quit. Y'all with me on this? You with me on this? You with me? Ladies? Is this the week you're going to prove it to yourself?
Yes.
Okay, good. I can't wait to see it happen. By the way, I'll just share with you that market's opening up. You know, like July and August were a little bit slow. We're toward the end of August now. It's moving. There's activity. Buyers are out there. Sellers are becoming a little bit more reasonable on their pricing. There is activity. We're going to have yet another record revenue month. Now, for those of you who are actively participating in creating that happen, fantastic. Way to go. That's how partnership works. For those of you who need to step a little bit further into it, fucking step into it. Step all the way into it. It's available. Did you guys know that closings are happening today? Did you know that? Closings are happening tomorrow. Did you know? Did you know that properties are being listed right now to go on the market for sale? Buyers are putting contracts in on properties right now. Did you know that? You want some? Good. Work harder than everyone else and don't quit. Did y'all write that down? Okay, tattoo it on your forearm. Okay, put it on your dashboard. Fog up your mirror and put it on your mirror so that when you get out of the shower, it's there staring your ass in the face. Okay? Yes? Yes. All right, cool. Way to go, man. Way to go. What else is working out there, y'all? Some wins? Anybody else? Go ahead.
On Saturday, I went with Jessica to an open house, and then from there, in Hallandale, and then from there went to West Palm Beach to a house my brother wanted to see. Got the buyer broker from him, and now we're working on numbers. And
all right, way to go. Outstanding. See, it's just about putting yourself on the path. Outstanding. Wonderful. Very, very good. I saw some other hands. And help from her mentor. Oh, yeah. Of course. Hey, and we all got to get the shout outs here. Everybody's got to get there. All right. Okay. We all got to get our moment in the sunshine. Awesome. That's wonderful. Who else has got something that they want to talk about? Some wins that are happening around the room. I know stuff is happening. Go ahead. Let's hear it, Sam.
Unfortunately, I wasn't here on Tuesday. I was at a showing, but I am under contract on that home.
Awesome.
On Saturday night, I got a text message
Mm-hmm.
from a lady in Boca Point
Mm-hmm.
asking me if I could do a CMA on her property.
Okay.
And so I responded back, asking her just to give me a little bit. Well, I needed the address, her email, just some more information. I'm happy to email her one as well as come and sit down and go over it with her.
Right.
So she gave me her email and she asked me just to send in the interim. So I did straight away, I did it. She reached out to me on Sunday morning and said she reviewed everything. She would love it if I would come and have the appointment. Wow. She's available Monday afternoon or Thursday. So naturally it was Labor Day. I said 4:30, I'm available, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Naturally, on Labor Day, you went for a listing appointment, right?
So
Naturally, we go on Labor Day, right?
Yeah.
It is Labor Day after all, if it's a work day. Perfect.
So I met her and we're gonna go do the listing in October.
Wonderful. Outstanding.
Was I do have some special customers and sometimes they are extremely challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And we had one of my customers on Friday, and the win for me is knowing that I have the support system from everyone in the office. Even if they can't help me, they're here to make me laugh, to giggle, and just get me through it.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for the team.
All right. Wonderful. Yeah, special customers out there. There's going to be some special customers out there. I mean, we're special people too. Would you be a good customer? You would be a good customer, knowing what you know. You would be a good customer, and that's great. Of course, there are not a lot, that we're going to have some people out there that might not be so easy to deal with. And of course, that means that we have to level up beyond the transactional skill and we get into really emotional intelligence, relational intelligence, self-awareness. Nobody taught you that was going to be part of the real estate business, did they? Right? That this business, you're part realtor, part therapist, part marriage counselor, right? Whatever it takes to be able to move people through an experience that is inherently challenging and difficult to begin with. You guys do know that moving is one of the 5 most stressful things that people do in life, right? I just did mine on Friday. I happen to be a very emotionally, solid guy, so I, just stayed with it all, right? And I don't have a lot of other people around me, so that's cool too. Nobody gave me a hard time. Right? Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? I did have to go out to my ex-wife's house and drop my daughter's furniture, so thankfully that we navigated that well. But overall, this is a hard business. People are difficult and challenging, man. And so your ability to manage yourself within the context of serving others is super hard to do. And so, Sam, you have really developed yourself a lot, specifically around the idea that you can stand your ground also, and do it with grace and do it with care in the way that you do, and then ask for support when you need it, right? Which is also a very important skill. So congratulations, Sam. By the way, would you be surprised to know that you are our Keeping It Real Agent of the Week? See, what you guys do is never lost on us. We see you. We see what you're up to. We see what you do. We see how you do it. We see how hard you work for it. We see everything that you put into it, Sam. And so the fact that naturally you're going on Labor Day to take a listing appointment, and naturally you're getting interactions through your marketing, you're following up, and you're impeccable with your follow-up and your process, naturally you are keeping it real this week. Congratulations, Sam. Outstanding. Outstanding. See, I'm not so tough all the time. See? Just do your job. We're good. You're welcome. Okay, who else? Come on, let's go. Yes.
I got a phone call Wednesday or Thursday of last week from a trust company that's dealing with this house for their trustees, and it had been on the market in my farm for 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And very overpriced, not being sold in
Mm-hmm.
good condition.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, look, we just fired our realtor.
Mm-hmm.
He did nothing. We're very unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a local realtor. She said, I called the HOA to ask them for a recommendation. They gave me someone, but she didn't answer the phone. So then I saw your ad, and I called you, because I always answer my phone. Answer your phone. I always answer my phone. Made an appointment to see them on Friday. Went there, and I got the listing. So there's a lot of work that I've recommended be done, some damages that are there, if they want to put it up. So we made a list and got her some painters, handyman things that need to be done, that where their agent dropped the ball, I'm gonna pick it up and sell the house.
Outstanding. So some simple truths there, right? What was one of the simple truths you guys heard? Answer your phone, right? Like, how simple can this be? It's really incredible, isn't it? That simple truth. Answer your phone, right? Marcus gave us a few. Work harder than everybody else. Don't ever quit. Answer your phone. Simple stuff, guys, right? Easy stuff to live by. Market and advertise, right? There's a good little tip. Market and advertise. Nobody's going to know. You could be the best agent on the planet, but if nobody fucking knows about it, it doesn't matter. Y'all with me? And I assure you, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough.
You're right. For at least for me, I am.
I love it. Thank you for the accountability, right? I already know I'm right. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're not doing enough. Okay? You're not doing enough. So I want all of you to consider, if I'm not doing enough, do I really deserve to be a level 8 of working as hard as I can? Right? It just doesn't match, y'all. For example, let's talk about social media. Laura, you don't have to agree with me. I know you're over there listening to me anyway. How often should you post on social media? Now, I follow some people who've been marketers for a very, very long time. How often?
Every day.
Every freaking day. Every single day. You know why? Because people have short memories. People have short memories, right? The minute you're not there, guess what? They forgot you. Believe that. The minute you're not there, they forgot you. Now, if you've been in the game a long time and then you've been sharing yourself for a long time and you've been a marketer on social platform for a long time, right? When did Facebook come out? Anybody remember?
2007.
Okay, it was somewhere in the between 5 and 10, maybe if it's 5, whatever, but before it actually took hold and was no longer like for college kids at Harvard and shit, right? When did it actually become more accepted as a social platform? It was like 2000, it was more like 2009, 10, okay? Have you been there since then? Now, some of you are probably not old enough to have been even doing that at that time. That's fine, right? But for the grown-ups in the room, just kidding. Have you been on it? Have you been there consistently? I can look back and see where I was in 2010. 15 years of posting, I can take a break for a day, and my brand doesn't suffer. If you don't already have an established, recognized brand on the most important marketing platforms that exist in the world, you're not doing enough. If you're not doing it every single day. And you have to ask yourself, why aren't I doing it? Why aren't I doing it? Well, there's only 2 reasons. We've talked about this before. You guys know what they are. Ready? Fear or, what's the other one? Nope. I'm not doing it because I'm either afraid or I'm lazy. That's it. Pick one. Which one is you? Go ahead, write it down. Be honest with yourself. Let's look in the mirror here for a minute. If I'm not posting every single day, I would love to have a debate with you about why I'm right if you think I'm wrong. Let's go ahead. Let's debate. You tell me why I'm wrong. You give me empirical evidence that what I'm saying is wrong, that you can justifiably say, oh, no. Not doing it every day is a better strategy. If you could give me the empirical evidence, I'll debate it with you all day. Fine. I'm open to other people's points of view. But because I know you can't, you're either not doing it because you're afraid or you're lazy. And don't tell me, well, I don't know how to manage myself. I don't know how to organize a schedule. I don't know what to post. Are you freaking kidding me? You could literally figure anything out today. Anything you really want, you can figure out. Tell me I'm wrong. And so I'm either afraid, like afraid to do the work, afraid to get it wrong, afraid to not do it right, or it's the same thing, afraid, whatever. Insert afraid of. Or I'm just disorganized, can't manage myself, allowing distractions to get in my way, otherwise called too lazy to figure it out. I know you guys don't like it when I challenge you, do you? Anybody like when I challenge them? Come on, let me see who the real, my real people are, right. No surprise you're the #1 agent in the office year after year after year. Don't let fear be in the way, man. Please don't let your fear get the best of you. I know for me, every time that I have allowed fear to get in my way, I've paid a serious price for it. Anybody else? Has fear ever worked? I mean, I get it. Like if there's a threat behind the bush that's going to eat you, you got to like do something, right? But how many fears do we have that actually turn out to be real? How many times do we obsess about things that aren't even real, but we create these distortion stories? Is anybody with me on this? I know you all are because you're human beings and I do understand how our brains and nervous systems work. You need to better understand how yours is working if you're holding yourself back. Man, one go around. Last year, some of you guys know, one of my very, very dear friends passed away. It was a very hard time. It's been a hard year for me overall. I don't think I'm not the same person. Right? That kind of thing left a mark. My age, right? I'll be 54 this month. He's 1 month younger than me. Died. Gone. Man, if you don't think that life is fragile and precious, and you think you have another day available to you to do the thing you're supposed to do today, but you're waiting till to do it tomorrow, don't wait. And here's the other thing. That thing you're afraid of doing, you're afraid of looking, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. It's a sad but true place. If you think everybody cares and that's important to you, they don't. But it's also super empowering when you realize nobody gives a fuck. They're not watching you. Just do you, man. Because soon it's going to be over. And you don't want to look back, right? I could actually think that hell on earth is when you meet the person you could have become and you realize you're not that person. That's literal hell. So why would we do that to ourselves? Why would we hold ourselves back? Is there something that you want right now? Raise your hand. There's something that I want. Raise your hand. I mean, don't raise your hand if you're just kind of like going through life not wanting things and not having goals. Keep your hand down. There's something that I want right now, and I'm going to make sure I get it. There's only two kinds of people on this planet, ladies and gentlemen. Only two kinds. You have to decide which one you are. People who get what they want and people who do not. Which one are you? She said it out loud. She does, by the way. Only two kinds of people on this planet. Now, you've stepped into an environment where you have chosen growth over fear. You have chosen to take the risk of what I think is the most important risk you can ever take. When I was a young guy, I had a little extra money. And I was talking to my coach at the time, and I was talking about like investments, right? And I was talking to my friend, he's my advisor. We were talking about where I could put this money. And I was a young guy. I had not yet fully formed, right? I had not yet become the most actualized version of me. But I had this money, and my coach and I were talking about, like, where should I put this money? And what I came to know at that time as a young guy, I had not been raised in an environment of growth and development. That wasn't my world as a young guy, okay? Options, opportunities, possibilities was not my experience as a young person. And one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was the best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. Is in yourself. And so you guys came here, you chose this path. Some of you are accelerating rapidly. I'm so proud of all of you who are choosing to do the work, who are choosing to step up in faith. Yes, Nicole, you're right. Choosing to step into faith rather than fear. Do the work, one foot in front of the other. Make the investments necessary. Do the gritty, grindy, hard, like putting signs out on a wet Saturday, a wet Florida Saturday. Anybody know what that feels like? Man, oh man. Like that is, I mean, we're not digging ditches, but it's about as close as it gets in our business, right? To doing the heavy labor work right here in South Florida anyway. Don't worry, the weather's going to get a lot nicer. It's going to be a lot better soon. And then do it again the next day, right? Make that investment in you. Y'all with me on this today? Yes. Everybody ready to double down and bet on yourself more this week? Because that's the bet you got to make. Bet on yourself. That's what Ron and I did. We met 15 years ago. He had no idea what a psychopath I was. God bless him. God bless him. When I mean psychopathic, I mean I am so intense about your success, our success. Whatever I put my sights on, it's like I'm maniacal. It's not for everybody. I get it.
I like it.
Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad. If I'm for you, I'm for you. That's cool. You got to be maniacal. You've got to be so invested that you will do whatever is necessary. And so, as we progress into this week, the 8th of September, 3.5 months left of 2025. Holy freaking cow. Where the heck did this year go? Y'all know it's going fast, right? You'll hear me say the same thing over and over again. A massive sense of urgency. Write that one down. I will have a massive sense of urgency to get what I want and not allow fear or laziness to stop me. I will have a massive sense of urgency to get what I want and not allow fear or laziness to get in my way. Because I owe it to myself. I owe it to my family. I owe it to my future. I owe it to everyone who ever believed in me. I owe it to everyone who ever doubted me. I owe it to the little boy or little girl that was dreaming one day, years ago, of what he or she could create with this life. a massive sense of urgency, a relentless pursuit for your possibility. That is what it will take. And I want you to check in with yourself every single morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed with enthusiasm, with excitement. You got up today. Congratulations, it's already a win. God willing, you go to bed tonight feeling completely fulfilled, feeling completely satisfied that you gave everything you had. You left nothing on the table. And that way, when you go to bed, you can rest peacefully. You can dream even bigger dreams. And then wake up and do it again the next day. That's how a great life is built. See, this isn't just about selling houses. Yes, we got to sell houses. Can't stick around if you don't sell any houses. That's the truth. But it's also about building a great life. I mean, that's why you came to this. You didn't come to real estate sales to have me stand up here in front of you and push you and challenge you. You came here so you could build a great life, and you just chose us as a partner to help you get it done. But it's all on you, man. Yes, Sam, you're right. Make sure that you leverage the resources around you, the partners around you, the people around you. It's super fucking hard to do this alone, okay? It's hard no matter what. But having great people around you is going to make it a whole lot easier. Absolutely. But the bottom line is, it's about the person staring back at you in the mirror every single moment of your life. And that's for real.
It was just the win to kind of piggyback.
Let's do it.
Sam's stuff with growth.
Let's go.
Because I called you on, what was it, Saturday morning. I've had an agent that's been bullying me. Or trying to.
What is you?
Well, right, he doesn't know me. But it's obviously not going to get him very far, and it hasn't, but he continues to try. And there was no joke, like 8 emails back and forth on Saturday morning. And I called Adam and I was like, listen, if there's one more, I'm going to have to tell him to call you because this is crazy. And Adam said, you know what you're doing, you know what you're dealing with, stand your ground, and I'm here if you need me. I don't really employ Adam very often, but when I do, he's there. So that's my way.
Thank you. Yeah, well, that's what this is, right? It's partnership. We need each other. And, you know, the fact that you've grown to the point that you have is about you.
Well, and yeah, that was another thing. Growth was me not telling him to fuck off.
Yeah. And by the way, if you had it probably wouldn't have been unwarranted, right? But I appreciate that you kept it together and kept it where you needed to be. That's the emotional and relational intelligence that we have to develop in this business. Because that's what makes you as high a quality a professional as you are. That's what keeps people coming back to you. So very good. Way to go. All right, I got time for one more. Anybody got anything else? How about Zoom? I can't see you, so if you have a win on Zoom, just go ahead and shout it out. We muted the screen because we're recording here today, and I don't like all the background. I'm going to give a 3.
Hey, Adam.
Okay, and I'll come back to you. Yeah, go ahead. Yep, I got you.
Okay. So my couple of things. My tenant got approval for the condo.
Uh-huh.
My farm mailings. I mean, I'm getting replies like fast. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like I'm out walking the dog and people are approaching me. You know, I got your mailer. That's so silly. Why'd you put a stamp on? Why didn't you just come over and put it in my mailbox? That kind of thing. But the thing that I learned from it is the amount of people that have told me, I didn't realize you were a realtor. So that means I did not do my job very well in communicating who I am and what I do. But I've also realized that the conversations, letting people know that I build my business on word of mouth and referrals it's just coming naturally now. And people are asking good questions, and it all feels very different. I feel like I finally got the momentum that I want. So for me, that's a huge win.
That's-
Even today when it was a mom morning and I'm on my way to the office because I had to go and get pills and sit with her and all that kind of stuff, it didn't matter. I didn't feel like I was being derailed. I felt like it's just, guns blazing.
That's awesome, Jessica. Let's give it up for Jessica. Wow. You know, when I hear these turning point moments that happen, right? Anybody else have those turning point moments as they've been here with us and they've like allowed what we do to get into you? Change how you think, change how you see yourself, change what you do. It starts working. That's why it's so simple to just show up and do what you're supposed to do and trust that process. So a few things I heard here that I think are really, really important. Number one is when I tell people that I'm doing this, right? So for some of you that are new, you may still be holding back on letting the world know what you're doing. You may still be holding back on letting the world know what you're doing. And the reality is, wouldn't that be a shame? Maybe I shared with you guys a story that when I first started in the residential business with Ron, of course, I was a commercial and development real estate most of my career. Sitting at the bus stop one morning, I lived out west, and my kids were little, and one of my neighbors was like, "Oh, I'm moving to this new community called the Bridges." It's a long time ago. Like, I'm moving there, and I was like, "Oh, wow, cool!" Right? It was the first community that was being built over there. I was like, great. She's like, yeah, we're going to sell our house. And I said, cool. Well, let me know if you need any help. I'm in the business. She's like, oh, I thought you were a commercial agent. I've already listed it with, this less than Adam realtor. And I was like, you know what? That's totally on me. Like, I can't expect her to know if I'm not actually shouting it, if I'm not telling everybody, making the phone calls, sending the marketing, putting it on social media, doing the work. That's on me. How many of you need to say, I'm not where I am because I'm not doing everything I'm supposed to be doing? That's on me. How unfortunate would it be, someone by the way, is going to list their house this week, this month, by the end of this year, not with you. Just feel that right now. How you feel about that? Someone is going to list their home with someone not you. How do you feel about that? Anybody feel good about that? Let me see. I feel awesome about that. I'm thrilled that other people are going to get business that I could get. Let me see. Put your hand up. Well, shame on you if you're not actually making sure that it's yours. Or at least getting yourself in the path, putting yourself in that path to make sure that doesn't happen. That would be really, really, really sad. Or maybe you need to feel that pain. It's kind of like the buyer that doesn't take your advice by making the offer they need to make. They needed to lose one, right? They needed to lose one to actually say, okay, you're right, I'll do what you tell me next time. Listen, you don't need to go through that pain, guys. I've done it for you. Other people have done it for you because they didn't take our advice and do everything they were supposed to do. Jessica, are you new to real estate?
No, not really.
Right, and were you doing all the things you're doing now throughout the balance of the career you've had, or are you just now kind of stepping fully into it?
Oh, not even close, just now.
Mm-hmm. So we're not going to make you wrong for that. I'm making you right for doing it now, and I'm not making any of you wrong for having not done it so far. But do it fucking now. Do it now. Now stands for no opportunities wasted. Don't waste your opportunity, man. It's right here, right now. Would you guys like to wait for your fortune? Or you want it sooner? Who wants the fortune coming sooner? Let me see. Anybody got goals and dreams and things they want to do with themselves and their family? Come on, put your hand up. I got stuff I want to do in my life. Go fucking get it now. Stop waiting. Stop holding yourself back. Stop not doing it. All right, number two, what I heard was, I'm sending mail. It's actually working. Shocker. So surprising. Actually, I want to even up-level, Jessica. She was in here, I don't know if you guys have seen her, she was in here, she got her whole community mapped out on like this, I don't know what it is, like it's a thing you can write on where it's an erasable thing, I don't know, that's plastic or whatever the hell it is. Okay, but she's got it all mapped out, every address, writing down every person. It's at an absentee, where are they from? Like studying her neighborhood precisely. You think she's gonna make progress? You think she's gonna make an impact? You think she's gonna be able to have relevant market expert conversations with every one of those people because she's putting in that level of intention, attention, focus? You're damn right. I would not be shocked if she doesn't have every single listing in that community in the next 12 months. Third thing I heard was she decided to change her conversation script around to I'm building my business by referral and word of mouth. Anybody ever heard me say that to you before? That would be the best approach for you to take? Would you all be willing to at least own the fact that I've given you a script for it, and whether you choose to use it or not is up to you? See, here's the thing. Stop fucking winging it. Stop doing it your way. I promise you, our way is going to work better, faster. If you're already at the point where a Marcus is, or a Nikki is, or an Adriana is, or the ladies here in the center, Sam or Stephanie are, if you're already at that point and you feel like, hey, I got my combo down, I've got my lingo down, I know how to engage people, people are using me, people are coming to me, right? Marisol's on her way to have her best year, right? If you've got your conversations down, cool. If you don't, stop trying to fucking wing it. Stop trying to do it your way. That makes zero sense to me. This is your profession. You must be the most sought after expert. You must have your conversation so tight, so on point. If you are winging it, there are so many opportunities for you to get better. By the way, did I mention that on Tuesdays we do communication skill building? I'll actually spend my time with you, helping you get better. You have an opportunity to have a mentor. Mentors in the room, let me see quick hands up. I know I've got 4, 5, awesome, wonderful. I'm sure your mentor would be happy to dialogue with you. How many of you mentors, how many people dialogue with you? Do your mentees dialogue with you? Graduated. Ooh, Sam's looking for some new mentees. I like it. Anybody dialoguing with you? Good, awesome. Dialoguing with you? Good. Dialoguing with you? Good, yeah. Make sure that you're using your mentor properly. You should be dialoguing with them. Call them up as if you're like you're calling your sphere, you're calling your farm or any target you're going after, and work on it. It's not going to happen by accident. It's going to happen by intention. It's going to happen through repetition. It's going to happen through a continuous, never-ending, relentless, the R in keeping it real stands for what? Relentless. You guys know that? Relentless. Ron is Relentless Ron for a reason. His Instagram handle matches who he is. You've got to be relentless. Yes.
Just for what Jessica just said, also become an expert. What she's doing in her neighborhood is what I did in my neighborhood
Indeed.
that I used to live in and became my farm. And because if you become such an expert in that area, you could tell people what's going on.
Indeed.
And that's exactly what I did when I went to this listing the other day. I'm able to say exactly, I know exactly over the past year what has happened in that neighborhood. And I could speak to that and kind of predict what's coming along and what sellers and buyers are doing and give that information rather than being like, I just decided I'm not gonna be all over the place and, I'm staying focused.
Taking some great coaching, picked a great strategy,
Yes.
building the right business the right way. Outstanding. So proud of you for that. Yeah.
You weren't here last week, but I told the story about my son. A lot of people were here for it. And I think that all of this just is to say, work so hard until it's undeniable.
That's
It has
right.
to be undeniable. And then you get your opportunities.
That's right. That's exactly right. I think we got a theme cooking here today, don't we? I think we got a theme cooking here today. The good news is you still got time. The good news is today's a new opportunity. Tomorrow's a fresh opportunity. You got time, You got air in your lungs, blood's pumping through your veins. You didn't even think about that right now. We were gifted this incredible human body. Now we get to use it. Use it in service to others. And by doing so, we get to take care of ourselves and the people we love. So you got time. What are you going to do with that time? Write down yet again what you're going to do this week to be even better. 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things. What's it going to be this week? The no more bullshit, as I love how Sam says, the no regret offer, right? The no regrets had every single day mantra of what I'm going to do to be better today. What's it going to be? Pick 1 thing. I love the wins when I do the masterminds, even the group coaching. My win last week was I didn't binge watch Netflix until 2 in the morning. Yes, that's a win. I didn't raid my kitchen cupboard, that special place where I hide the shit, right? I didn't raid that until midnight last night, right? I don't care what the wins are as long as you're having them. As long as you're doing what you need to do to be better every day. Speaking of being better and getting better every day, let's hear from our team. Ladies, gentlemen, if you care to participate, we'd love it. Dan, you're in the hot seat. Go for it. What's going on?
Hey everyone. Adam said things are starting to loosen up. They're getting hot. Rates took a dive last week, so that's great news. Perfect scenario. I just priced one out for Jackie's brother, actually. He has an 800 credit score, so it's a perfect scenario. He's only putting 5% down. Price him out at 6.5, no points. So
nice.
Definitely in the right direction right now. Speaking of that, my daughter's a freshman at UCF. It was Parents' Weekend this weekend, so I went up. I got to see all the parents my age act like they were college students again. It was pretty fun.
Wishing they were college.
Including you, Dan?
I participated a little bit in that too myself. But I did get 3 calls from Jackie, Nikki, from Joan, and I took every call. So take your calls. I got Jackie's pre-approval out for her brother already this morning. So that's good. I was talking to Nikki and Joan's buyers today. If you have it, no matter where I am, what I'm doing, I'll answer your call. Just give me a call. I'll get it. If it can be done, I'll get it done.
Outstanding. Awesome. My question is, did you ride your bike to Orlando or did you take a car? Okay, you drove? All right.
You dropped off furniture at your ex-wife's house. I got to spend the whole weekend.
Nice. Hey, look, let's give it up for ex-wives. If you're an ex-wife and you're a good ex-wife, God bless you. Let's give it up for ex-wives. Wonderful. All right, I hope if you need some therapy, Dan, we can step into the office here, okay? It's fine, no problem, man. I got that. Okay, thank you, sir. Alex?
Hi, guys. First of all, thank you for all of you that are going through the transition of our new open house process through SB Agent County last week. I did record a step-by-step video in there in case you guys need to refer to it. It's very, very simple. I do want to remind you to make sure that you are you're spell checking yourself. Because Grace doesn't know how to spell the name of a street, as an example, better than you would. So please make sure you're putting all the correct information in there. Capital letters, like you're doing a formal document, because whatever you put in there is going to be automatically put onto your marketing. So make sure you're double and triple checking that. I am also working on a process of a testimonial request through SB Agent Hub this week, so I will be launching that. So as you guys know, once you get a testimonial from Real Satisfied, that's automatically created for you. However, if you get a testimonial through Google or Facebook, some of you are emailing her, texting her, so I'm building it out so it's just one easy place to do it, everything in SB Agent Hub. So I will be launching that a little bit later this week. That's it for my side of the world for today.
Outstanding. Thank you, Alex. No Empower today?
No, Laura.
Did I hear you say that? Laura's Empower. Okay, great. So let's just quick recap. It's a lot to manage, a lot going on here. And so we're looking to systematize everything we can so it's easy for you, easy for us, and we're working through all that. You can see that if there's kind of this sporadic thing going on, we're probably going to build a system around it. Okay, so work with us as we do. Let's just quick recap what's happening with open houses. Y'all with me on this so we're clear? Because I have a few things. Ready?
Yes.
In case you're not clear, I'm going to make sure today. Okay. Adriana has a form up front for houses that can be held open. Okay. We are going to listing agent will make sure to let Adriana know. Listing agent lets Adriana know they have a property available for open house by 4 p.m. today. It can be on that form. It can be by, we're okay with you letting her know however it is you want to let her know. She's fine taking that in. The form is the best, but we realize if you don't come on Monday morning, right? Or maybe on Monday morning at 10 a.m. you didn't know, or 11:30 a.m. you didn't know, and maybe somebody reached out to you and you figured it out, and you're like, okay, I'll put it out there this weekend, fine. But by 4 p.m., what will happen next is she will publish that list of available open houses on our family page. And if you want to host that open house, you have to go to your office listings in the MLS, look at the property so you know what you're planning to open house, and ask yourself, is this a property I want to open house? Can I get traction on this open house? Is this something I want to open house? There's no obligation to open house. We teach you, and our listing agents provide you the opportunity to use their open houses as a way to make two things happen. Number one, we would love to get the house sold. And number two is we want to give you an opportunity to get leads. Quick note, if you are the person hosting the open house, you get the leads. If a listing agent tells you otherwise, tell them to come talk to me. That's not fair, that's not right, that's not how we do it. If you're the one putting the effort into going to the open house and putting out signs and talking to human beings, the leads are yours. Now, here's how it should work. If there are two people there, how often will there be at least two people there? Every time. Good one. Every time. It's not okay. If you made a commitment to go to an open house, you need to show up and go to that open house because you're otherwise going to abandon your other person, and that's a no-no. Their safety is more important. Now, we understand stuff comes up, find a replacement, do something about it. Once it's on your calendar, it's a non-negotiable appointment that you made. Do not leave someone hanging. That is not cool. And guess what will happen? You won't be allowed to do open houses again if that's what happens. We protect you guys. So there's two of you there. The leads are rotated. My advice, simple, you've heard it before. I'll make sure you hear it again because some of you are still confused. You get there, you take a coin out of your pocket. If you don't have coins, I know people don't use real money much anymore, right? Have a coin. You can rock, paper, scissors it, fine, you got hands, okay? You're bringing your hands with you. Flip a coin, rock, paper, scissors, okay? Whoever gets heads is odds, whoever gets evens is tails. Right? You'll figure out how it'll work, rock, paper, scissors. If you're the winner, you're first, you have the loser second, and then you alternate. I get every odd lead that walks in, you get every even lead that walks in. Simple enough, right? Is that simple? Anything unclear about this so far? Okay, good. All right. You will contact that listing agent who has their property open if you want to do it. And you will say, hey, I can do it. Let me get the details. Let me learn about the house, blah, 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 blah. Make that agreement. That's between you and them. Adriana's not going to be, open house pairing anymore. Open house matchmaking, right? We're not open house matchmaking anymore. Way too much work, okay? It's fine. We had to figure out the system. There's open houses going every week, and you can only imagine how much work it is to coordinate between all you guys, okay? By 1 p.m. on Wednesday, 1 p.m. What time?
1 p.m.
Say it again.
1 p.m.
What day of the week?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. 1 p.m. Wednesday, you can submit your request for marketing. That is also the link will be on the same post on the family page, and it goes to the SB Agent Hub where you will submit your request. It's a simple form. Make sure you enter the right information, because our team can't give you back the right information. We're just going to give you what you give us. By what time? 1 p.m. on Wednesday, get that submitted. If it's not 1 p.m., you don't get it.
You do it yourself?
Now, you can certainly do it yourself. You can always, by the way, do it yourself. I don't know why you would, considering that we're going to do it for you, and we're going to do it the right way. And the reality is, guys, you guys let me know. Don't you think you know you're doing an open house on Saturday or Sunday by Wednesday at 1 p.m.? Don't you think you should know that? Like, if you're winging it, that's messed up. You're not treating this like a business. You're kind of winging it. My advice would be, have your plan Monday for what the whole freaking 7 days looks like to the best of your ability. That's called structure. And you know why structure is so important? It prevents distraction. Right? It keeps you on focus. You know what to predict or expect from yourself. Okay, so Wednesday by 1 p.m. You will get your marketing back by Thursday at 5 p.m. Don't text Adriana and ask her. Don't bother her. You guys watch what she does up here? Think she's got a lot to do? Yeah. By the way, she's doing an incredible job, right? Managing so much of what has to happen in here. Don't worry, she's going to have her turn. You can clap for her then, okay? But please don't don't badger her.
Don't badger Grace either.
Yeah, and
Keep bombarding Grace either.
Yeah, and by the way, we'll get her a new phone number if that's what happens. Like, cut the shit, you guys. You're all grown-ups. We give you things that no other broker provides for. Literally nobody does this. You're welcome to go check if you want. Nobody does this. Be respectful and appreciative of the people who are doing the work for you and follow our process, please. I promise you, your life and our life will be a lot better. It's super hard to manage all the one-offs and the badgering and all this kind of stuff. Just stop, please. Can we agree that you'll stop if anyone here might be guilty of that? Thank you. Okay, are we clear? Yay! It's exciting. Who's got open houses on the schedule this week already? Awesome. By the way, you can put your request in now, right? You could do it now, right? As long as by Wednesday at 1 p.m., any other time. Your marketing won't come faster than Thursday at 5 p.m., by the way. So don't badger her. Don't say, oh, where's my marketing? Where is it? I'm anxious, blah, blah, blah. Like, chill yourself. You'll get it, 5 o'clock Thursday. Cool? Great. If I missed anything, Adriana will make sure I cover it. Speaking of which, Adriana, what you got?
Thank you. No, I know, we know this is a new process, and I really don't mind to repeat and make sure that you guys understand. From the last week, questions are like, people assume that the listing agent will request the artwork for you. No, it is individual responsibility. Even listing agent, if they need artwork, they have to request their artwork. It's individual, not for teams. Nobody will do it for the other one. Everyone is entering to their account. So your name, your number, and your email will be there automatically, okay? And the system is very easy, and it provides up to 2 days if you're doing Saturday and Sunday as well for the same property. You can also go back and delete it if something happens and changes, okay? So we don't have that stuff there. This Thursday, I don't have a tower, but instead, because September is Realtor Security Month, we will have the officer Timmy here offering training, and we really encourage all of you, either if it is your first time, to get those hints of how to be safe, otherwise to have a refresher. And please remember, before leaving today the office, get your listings in my list. And if you have any questions, again, let me know.
All right. Thank you, Adriana. Now we can give her some love. So it's Realtor Safety Month, super important. Your safety is the most important thing. This is not something to be kind of glossed over, okay? You really need to know how to keep yourself safe out there in the world of crazy people that are out there running around. Believe it or not, there's crazy people out there, and we got to protect ourselves. So who's coming? Officer Janny?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Jenny, is his name?
Officer Ryan Jenny.
Jenny, right. So Ryan's great. He's been here every year for the last, I don't know, however many years. They've got a great conversation, and I really want to encourage you guys to be here. Come, it's worth it. It's worth you knowing how to keep yourself safe, and also to share it. I mean, you guys know realtors outside of here, right? Maybe someone in our world here can't make it that day. You want to be an advocate for other people too. So great. I'm thrilled about that. Okay, Laura, what you got?
IG challenge. Thank you to everyone that's participating. We currently have a total of 22 agents on the challenge, so that's great. Third place, Maria Butrago. Second place, Maria Palaharo. And first place is now Maria Anaya. So,
right. Tres Marias.
I have my Empower session today. It's attracting leads. It's all about Instagram, Facebook, and I will be going over Instagram updates that they've recently put out there. So it's at 1:30 today if you can stop by.
Sounds like a good thing for everybody to be part of here at 1:30 today, because that's the thing. I'll give it up for Laura, by the way. Always doing a great job here. Attract, don't chase. Write it down. Ready? Attract, don't chase. Attract, don't chase. Chasing sucks. It's exhausting. Right now, fortunately, there are platforms that exist where we can attract now. I mean, there's a reason why social media is such a game changer, right? It like has completely changed the way the world works. Attract, don't chase. Allison and I were having a conversation a couple of weeks ago. Allison, you on? You are. You're there. Oh, good. I got to mute this. I got to minimize that again. We were talking about, she's like, well, I'm not making time for my calls, blah, blah, blah. And we were talking about, I said, well, tell me how your business is going. She's like, it's going fantastic, best year ever. I said, well, then maybe you don't need to make time to do that. Maybe you just have to double, triple down on your attraction strategy rather than put time into your chasing strategy. She's like, oh, cool. Right? Let's attract. Laura's got a great program here for you today. I would strongly encourage you to be there if you're not currently attracting enough business through your social platforms. I know we also scheduled a LinkedIn class coming up, right? LinkedIn is going to be one of the greatest game changers. Who feels like, so real quick, you're on, number one platform is Facebook. Let me see, Facebookers. Okay. My number one is Instagram. You can't have more than one number one, so you can't raise your hand again. Right, my number one is, then my number two. Okay, Meta, fine, all right. Okay, Meta is my number one platform. Okay, makes sense. How about LinkedIn, number one? Right, so how about TikTok? Okay, good. You know why you should not be TikTok? Because the average income on TikTok is like zero, minus zero, okay? The average income on LinkedIn is double every other platform. You hear what I just said? Who wants to work with people that have money? Let me see. Who wants to work with people that don't have any money? Let me see. Okay. So because we want to work with people that have money, go where the money is. Legitimately, LinkedIn is Facebook for professionals. So my advice, because I'm going to follow it myself, is amp up your LinkedIn. If you're not sure what to do, of course, you can learn anything. There's YouTube and ChatGPT, if you want to learn something, just go spend a little bit of time. I would say before the class in October, prepare yourself by getting into it now, because they're gonna do some things that are gonna push you forward, but you got to already have some kind of a foundation. That for me is like, that's uncharted waters where I know that my personal brand and my business is going to explode because I'm going to start doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on my LinkedIn. Thank you, Laura, for all you do. Appreciate it. Jessica, what you got?
I want to say a huge thank you to all of you because you guys have really stepped up your game in referring agents. And so I really appreciate that, and I'm sure they do too. So please continue to do that. I do have a spin for Marcus, and I don't see Lori, but so I have these spins for you here today. Let's keep referring people. We are getting towards the end of the year, which is also known as recruiting season. A lot of people didn't have the year they wanted, so now more than ever is when they're going to start exploring different options. So let's make sure to not keep us a secret, and that's it.
Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate that. Let's make sure we keep putting it out there. People are struggling. You might know some of them. Let's get them in here so we can help them. I mean, Jessica, I'm so glad you're here. Literally said that coming here is the game changer, right? Being exposed to new information that she didn't previously had. Many people kind of flounder out there until they land in the right place. One of my favorite success stories, Stephanie, I'm going to tell it every single time, is how you cried it out on a Saturday afternoon with me here, saying, I don't think this is for me. I'm going to quit. Look at you now. God bless. So happy for you that you found your path and that you let it work. So outstanding. Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate it. Eva?
All right. So first, I know last week I touched on some updates that I learned from the Florida Realtors Conference, and
And I promised a video I was gonna share about the new condo updates. I wanted to watch it first, which I did, so I'm going to share that before the end of today. So please, if you're working with buyers or sellers for condominiums, please watch the video. There's a lot of information about updates that have happened over the years, especially about our new condo reg, which was updated again in July. So I just have a question for the group. On that document, the buyer will request certain documents that the seller is to provide, the declaration, all of that. How many days does the buyer have to review those documents? Anyone? 7. 7 business days. And that's all, and that was one of the changes in July. That goes all the way until the closing date. So they can cancel at any time during those 7 business days reviewing those documents. So listing agents, plan ahead, look at that form and make sure you're having not just the basics, but the meeting minutes and those things, because you're burning time, you're wasting time if you're getting that stuff after you're already under contract just because somebody checked it off on the list. It's a lot more comprehensive on our condo rider. So if you have any questions about it, if you're gonna be working with a condo, please come to me. I'd love to help you prepare for that because it's a big conversation and I'm seeing that form not completed correctly. And the finger falls back on you, even if you have the listing and the other agent is the one who filled it out. If you're getting your seller to sign it with things blank or the wrong box checked, that's on you. So ask, if you're not sure, even if it's happening in the moment, let me be the one to help you because I have a lot of insight on that. And then I also mentioned the flood disclosure law that went into play last year is going to be updated again October 1st for sellers to now have to disclose if they had any flood damage, period, not just whether they submitted claims. And then the other part to that is it's going to fall on landlords as well, having to disclose about flood to tenants. So any questions on that, please come and talk to me. I love it. I love this stuff. So,
We're so glad you do.
Yeah, see, someone has to. So tomorrow I'm going to be going over the 3 buyer broker agreements. Those cover renters as well. So if you're not working with a buyer yet or you're working with a renter, they're consumer agreements. I'm going to go over those as well as the listing agreements to list and lease property for sale or for rent. I'm not in the office on Wednesday. I have my Leadership Academy on the 10th, so I won't be here. And then on Friday, all you lovely mentors, we have our 9:30 Mastermind.
Outstanding. Thank you, Eva. Keep up all your good work. Isn't it great to know that somebody out there is watching all these details? I've often said, and you'll hear me say it again, you can mess a whole lot of stuff up except for one thing. And that's our contract. You can't mess that up, man. You got to get it precisely right. Every detail on that agreement, every time is of the essence detail in that contract time period matters. Every single one.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I'm not singling anyone out. If it was you last week, it's not just you. It's happening. The reason I'm raising awareness is because it's happening over and over. So
yeah. And nobody here is taking anything personally because we're here to do better. So thank you, Eva. It's not about you. It's about doing it right. And so please step into that. Sounds like tomorrow's Empower session. Sign like a pro, listing and buyer broker agreements. Everybody here have 100% adoption of buyer broker agreements. Every single person signs them. Okay, every single one. And you know exactly how to use buyer broker agreements to get people to sign and agree to work with you. Is anybody here not totally confident about buyer broker agreements? Because you guys come to me and tell me, right, that's where you got to be tomorrow, even if you've heard it before. You need to hear it again, right? It is that repetition that matters. Empower sessions are not boxes you check in your pathway to production playbook, right? These aren't sessions for you to check boxes on and say, oh, I did it, I was there, great, right? It's for you to really learn. It's so that you can be better and get what you need so you can go out into the world and do the most important thing. By the way, if you don't have buyer broker agreement signed, you're not in business. If you don't have listing agreement signed, you're not employed. You with me on this? And so this would be the thing, if you're not 100% solid on how to do this in the most effective way, I really want to encourage you to be in Eva's class tomorrow. Thank you, Eva. Yes, Ron? Oh, yes, Monique? Since looking at...
I want to thank everyone for coming to the happy hour. It was a lot of fun. I think it's great when we can all get together and not keep business. If anybody wants to do something like that for their customers or their neighbors or plan any events, come see me. I have lots of good ideas, starting a wine tasting or a wine night or a book club, anything like that with your customers or your neighbors, anything that can make you
More attractive.
Let me know, promotional items, any of that I can help you with.
Indeed. Outstanding. Thank you, Monique. It was a great time. I got there late, but it looked like, I'll tell you what, I'm not usually late to the party. And I got there and I was like, okay, I got to play catch up here real fast. Because that party had been going for a while. And it's very, very fun for me to show up and see everybody having so much fun. Great. Thank you, Monique. Was a great time. I like that venue. And that band that we saw was probably, it was even better than the one we went and saw. They were really, really good. Okay, Mr. Posner.
So good morning, everybody. It's Monday again. So a few things. One of the things, we have 3 Marias, now we have 3 Irenas. One of the things I learned on Friday is 3 Irenas and a wish. I don't know what that means still. Probably a little bit later in the evening. Maybe the girls will help clear me on that. 3 Irenas and a wish, but that was fun. I had a blast on Friday night, and it was just me letting off some steam too. Thank you to my designated driver who got me home safely. A couple of things. You know, we all talked about on last Tuesday about what the value is of a customer. Does everybody remember what that value was? When you lose a customer, you don't do what you're supposed to do. Anybody remember?
Over your lifetime, like $2 million.
20 people at $117,000 over the lifetime is about $2.34 million. Now, as you all know, I do coach a lot of you. And the key to coaching is accountability, and really kind of when you're complaining and you're not happy with the business that you have, it's taking your finger and looking back at yourself and saying, what am I doing? Because we're not doing everything we should be doing. We're not using our systems. We're not using our processes. We're not using our team. We're not doing our social media. We're not making the phone calls. So I want you all to think about that. If you don't have the business that you want, what could you do differently? What could you do more of? And Adam starts the meeting pretty much every week with what can I do differently this week? What can I do more of this week? You gotta really think about that. You gotta take that to heart. It's important that you think about this. Yeah, we all want to sell lots of real estate. We all want to help lots of people. But if we're not doing the activities that we know we should be doing, we're following the path that we know we should be on, what do you expect? I want everybody really to think about that. Adam and I can't do this for you. We know the path. I mean, 15 years, we've figured a few things out at this point. We know the path. Let us help you, but you've got to do the work. Now, something in reference to what Eva said about the condo rider. When you're a listing agent, you need to do that work up front. You need to get the bylaws. You need to get the meeting minutes. You need to get the budget. Everything that's required on that form before you go to market. There is no option. We are better than everybody else out there. You are better. I know this. You all come to me and say, oh my God, Nikki just shared with me this morning about somebody she's working with. We are better than everybody. There shouldn't be a delay in a day that you're not giving that buyer of your listing on a condo or a homeowners association, that you don't have all your ducks in order and that you're wasting 1 minute of those 7 days. So I want y'all to think about that. If you need help with your listings, that's Adriana. She will help you. She will guide you. She may even help get the stuff if you need it. But you gotta do the work. Because you're better. That's all I got for you.
Okay, thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate it. Okay, the team is awesome. We heard from everybody, right? I didn't leave anybody out. All right, wonderful. So let's wrap up the meeting. I shared something before that I want you guys to think about, right? And so here's the good news. There's really not that much new that's happening. I mean, I'll give you a market update. You can watch my videos. I'm shooting them twice a month. I mean, we could talk about real estate and some of the technical aspects of real estate. You guys hear it out there, but I'm very sure that you all know what to do. Is that a true statement? If I say it out loud, I know what to do. If that's true for you, say it again much louder. I know what to do. One more time louder. I know what to do. Okay? So that's not what we talk about here. You know what to do. This is not rocket science. For real. Okay? The hardest part is right up here. This is the hardest part, is getting your head right. That's the hardest part. And so I've said to everyone, right, if there's a gap in your business, it's in one of three areas: your mindset, your activity, or your skill. If there's a gap, it's one of these three areas. Which one is it for you? Now, if you're not doing the activities, it's a mindset issue. If you're not taking the time to develop this, it's a mindset issue. So usually it's here. Now, if your mind is right, you know what I mean? If you have decided, okay, this is what I want. I believe it's possible for me. My desire is stronger than my willingness to be. My desire is stronger than my distractions. My purpose is strong. My identity is I'm an active producing agent that shows up every single day and goes to work. Right? And then you actually do it. You're going to develop the skill naturally. And guess what would happen? It would become undeniable. Your success will become undeniable. It would be unreasonable to think that you wouldn't succeed as long as you do what you're supposed to. And so what I want you to measure going forward right here, you start your day with 100% of your potential. Am I right? Anybody here have less than 100% when they wake up? I mean, maybe you're sick. Maybe your partner, your kids are annoying you, and so they're taking a little bit of your potential from you, I guess. Right? We all have those days. But on the days when it's time to do you, how much potential did you show up with? 100%. Well, when you have unlimited potential, you're going to take the corresponding actions. When you take the corresponding action, you're going to get the desired outcome. When you get the desired outcome, it's going to reinforce the belief that, hell, this thing was worth it. I'm going to give all of what I got so that when I end the day, I got nothing left in the tank. So I want you guys to measure yourselves this week. Did I go to bed every day with 0 left in the tank? Or did I leave something on the table? Did I willingly, it's almost like negligence, by the way. It's like willful misconduct. It's a gross negligence to your life when you go to bed at night having left your potential on the table. You're willingly looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I'm going to do less just because. Lazy or afraid? Don't let that be you this week. Let this message sit with you strong if it needs to. If you got to take a minute, take a walk around the block and just say, holy shit, what the fuck did I just hear? I need to do something about it. You can go take your walk around the block. But if you simply came here today, got something that really inspired you, I know it worked. You keep coming. If you didn't want to be here, you didn't have to be. Right? Don't be the person that comes here, looks at me, and then doesn't do anything about it. Don't be that person. You could have just stayed in bed. Instead, be the person that does exactly what they said they're going to do. That doesn't have any regrets. That person, when they look in the mirror, says, I know I can count on you. You're doing exactly what you said you were going to do. And your family and your future are going to thank you for it. So give yourselves a hand. Way to be here today. Congratulations on enduring another session with me. If you're spinning, let's go. Let's get the spinners up here. By the way, 3 Adrianas too, just saying. Right? We're running names in triple now. It's awesome. Okay.
Who's spinning? Come on up. Go ahead, Paula. Start us off. They even got a paycheck for you. What are you spinning for?
So,
pardon me.
I had a closing and a new listing.
There you go.
All right. Give it up, Paula. Where'd those deals come from? Where'd those deals come from, Paula?
Okay, so the new listing was a rise, and the closing was also a rise.
All right. Working the online lead platforms. Those things work too, guys. You can put yourselves out there on online lead platforms. Paula's been working it for a very long time, so it's come together. That's about staying with it. Way to go, Paula. Outstanding. Congratulations.
What's up, birthday boy?
Keep doing your thing.
And new agent referral.
There you go. Perfect. Where'd your closing come from?
Sphere.
Sphere of influence. And I think I got a paycheck for you too, buddy.
I'm out.
There you go. Amazon. Go ahead, spin again. You got one more?
There's 2 in here, is there supposed to be?
Yes, it's $10 a piece.
Starby? Let's go.
There you go.
Thick?
There you go.
I want to check it out.
All right. Somebody was celebrating his birthday too this weekend.
Love it. That was a great time.
Sure was.
Last week's Keeping It Real.
All right. Atta girl, Eva.
And new listing. What's that all about?
That's
Spin while you're talking. You got time.
It's my buyers who gave me 2 of their properties to sell.
Awesome.
Nice. Okay.
Awesome.
Go to movies. Some good movies out there.
By the way, you guys can trade your cards if you don't like what you get, or somebody, like I just heard somebody else say, I want to go to movies.
No, he got one.
Oh, he did get movies. Oh, cool.
Good job. Well done.
Awesome, Eva. Keep it up, girlfriend. Atta girl.
I'm so busy.
I could. I have no doubt.
She's taking out those hard people. She's enduring. She's a leader. Well done. Well done and well deserved. And thank you.
gonna have 2 under contract this week.
All right, some Starbucks for you. There you go.
Just keep doing it, girl. Atta girl, Sam. Way to go. Congratulations.
All right, Miss Adriana. What you got?
Awesome.
Close.
All right. Congratulations.
And 2 paychecks for you.
Oh, thank you.
PCC.
No, I got it last week.
Okay, well.
You need to figure out how to spin the wheel and not land on PCC then.
Everybody's on.
You got everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
In public.
Fine. Outstanding. Looking good. Looking good.
What's up, G? What you
Wonderful
got?
job.
Buzz rental.
All right. Way to go, Jillian.
Where'd you get that from?
SOI.
SOI.
Outstanding.
PCC. Use it. There you go. Thank you. Good job. Out of you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Veronica, what you got?
Keep it up, Jillian. What you got, Bonnie?
Closing a buyer.
Outstanding. Congratulations, Bonnie.
Where'd that come from? SOI.
Bonnie did? Okay.
Even better. And then Starbucks is gone. Starbucks is a popular one.
And Bonnie, did I just hear that you completed your mentorship also?
Yes.
Outstanding. Give it up for Bonnie, making it happen. All right. Of course, Adriana's her mentor. Well, that's not about you, girlfriend. That's about Bonnie.
Listing under contract.
Way to go, Joni. Congrats.
With this couple.
Awesome.
Gave me his mother.
Go to the movies. Stop going to the restaurants.
Why?
Now, the restaurants work. That's where she gets her business.
What did you say? I say you don't pay. What's the deal? I'm not supposed to tell everybody. Okay. Good for you.
What you got, girl?
I have a listing under contract and a buyer under contract.
Yay. Awesome.
That's all SOI business?
Yeah. The buyer's in St. Augustine.
Nice. Outstanding.
Logo wear, there you go. And some movies.
Wow, everybody's landing on the movies. Outstanding. I love the movies.
Let's get a photo.
All right, get back in there, friends. Let's go take our photo. Let's get everybody situated.
Everybody spin it every week, so keep it going.
We got a big spin budget. All right, squeeze in, all the way across, all the way across, all the way across. Squeeze it in a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta put it in your mouth?
Yeah, just pop out.
I have your makeup on my shirt from the party, by the way. It's not gonna come out. Alright.
But I know she received everything last week and she was.
All right, Laura, come on.
All right.